talking about her is not easy. And, just seeing pictures every now and then. I try to avoid looking at pictures. But yeah, it's a tough one. I miss my sister.
It is.
It's not real yet. Like,
it still seems...
It's very weird and strange. It's fresh, it's new still, and it's heartbreaking. It's unbelievable. Like, I still haven't fully...
702 was all about the drama and the bangers. Starting in 1993 with their hit, This Lil Game We Play, the girl group made waves right out of the gate. But between lineup changes, breakups, and major drama, their journey was nothing short of wild. They had multiple member shakeups. 702 had more than a few bumps in the road. The crew reunited in 2017, only to face more heartbreak with the passing of one of the OG members. Okay, let's get into it. "702", aka 702, is a legendary R&B girl group that hit the scene back in 1993. Hailing from Las Vegas, these sisters and cousins started off as sweeter than sugar, before they were discovered by none other than comedian Sinbad. Yes, the one with the jokes. He spotted their talent and helped them get signed to Michael Bivins' label, Biv 10 Records, home to some of the biggest R&B and hip-hop acts of the time. So, the story goes that LeMisha Grinstead was initially eyeing a solo career, getting her start performing in local competitions and church events. It wasn't until she performed in the lobby of Caesar's Palace that her big break came. Enter Sinbad, who saw something special in LeMisha and pitched her an opportunity that would change everything. With her parents backing her up, she took the leap, and soon enough, her twin sisters Irish and Orish joined her. They'd soon form a trio, and 702 was born. Before the fame, though, the girls competed in a music contest in Atlanta. Sinbad got them into the competition. They didn't win, but they caught the attention of Michael Bivins, the man behind New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. He saw their potential and brought them into the fold, adding Amelia Cruz to complete the group. Bivins apparently was the one that renamed the group 702, and it really stuck, making them a true representation of their Las Vegas roots. With Bivins backing them, 702 made their mark in the 90s, dropping hits that stayed on repeat. The rest?
I like grinding things. Yeah, all of us basically. The type of songs where you can, it just moves you and you can sweat with.
In November of '94, 702 made their debut on Subway's track, This Lil Game We Play, and it was huge.
Really wanna sing and play that little game.
The single peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 and hit number 4 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. It even went gold, selling over 500,000 copies in the U.S. LeMisha Grinstead took the lead vocals on the track and was the only member to hit the road with Subway in 1995. By '95, 702 was already working on their debut album, but things started to shift behind the scenes. Michael Bivins wasn't feeling the vocal abilities of Orish Grinstead and Amelia Cruz, so he let them go. In their place, Meelah Williams, aka Meelah Williams, and Tiffany Villal joined the group. But just 6 months in, Tiffany dipped out, leaving 702 to continue as a trio. Talk about changes. 702 hit some major bumps along the way. One of the biggest blows came in 1996 when Orish left the group. Her exit stung, especially since the Grinstead sisters were such a big part of what made 702 who they were. But the crew didn't let it stop them. They brought in Amelia Cruz to fill the spot and kept pushing forward. They weren't done just yet. Then, in June 1999, they dropped their second album, 702, which hit the top 40 on the Billboard charts and went platinum. The album's lead single, Where My Girl's At, was a straight-up banger, landing in the top 5 on the Hot 100 and going gold. Mid-1999, 702 hit the road as the opening act for Brandy's Never Say Never World Tour. But LeMisha had to step out for a bit on maternity leave. She gave birth to her son, Tony Fields II, in June 1999. During her break, Orish briefly rejoined the crew, and they also made a cameo in the ABC TV movie Double Platinum. On top of all that, 702 signed with Wilhelmina Models and, in 2000, toured as the opening act for Brian McKnight's Back at One tour. Busy, huh? Just when 702 was getting used to their new lineup, more drama hit. In 2001, Meelah Williams, a key member of the group, bounced. She signed with Todd Rusaw's Pedigree MGI Management. During her time off, she was busy singing backup and writing tracks for Faith Evans' album, Faithfully. She also lent her vocals to Missy Elliott's Takeaway from Miss E, So Addictive. She was briefly replaced by Cree Lamore, who brought a fresh sound and energy to the table. But that didn't last long. Meelah came back after a short time away. Fans were relieved, but all these lineup changes made it tough for the group to keep a steady identity and hold on to the same level of success they had early on. The group dropped Pootie Tangin for the Pootie Tang movie soundtrack. The track even scored a Lady of Soul Train nomination for Best R&B Soul Single, Group, Band, or Duo in 2002. Things got even more messy when Tiffany Villal, who'd only been in the group for a few months, dipped out. All these member changes made it harder for 702 to keep that original chemistry that made their early hits so special. The constant shifting left the group scrambling to hold it all together and recreate what made them pop off in the first place. It got even messier when Tiffany Villal bounced after only a few months. With all the constant lineup changes, it became harder for 702 to hold on to that original spark that made their early jams so iconic. The group kept trying to patch things up, but the shifting lineup made it tough to recreate what made them shine in the first place. In March 2003, 702 dropped their third album, Star. It made its way into the top 50 on the Billboard 200, but the lead single Star only hit number 98 on the R&B charts. They had better luck with their second single, I Still Love You, which peaked at number 49. That same year, 702 hopped on the track Gamble It from Serena's album Emotions. In 2005, 702 officially called it quits, and just like that, the group was done. The members each went their own way, chasing different dreams outside of the music scene. It was a whole new chapter for everyone, with each girl taking a completely different route. Meelah, who had always been deeply passionate about music, kept her career going despite the group's split. She transitioned into the role of a backup singer for renowned artists like Faith Evans and Macy Gray. Her experience and skills as a vocalist continued to shine, and working with these iconic figures in the music industry allowed her to remain connected to her musical roots while exploring new opportunities behind the scenes.
To represent, I know it seemed like 702 just kind of fell off the map and people was wondering.
She also made her comeback to the spotlight in 2014 when she joined the cast of R&B Divas, Atlanta. The show wasn't just about her music. She got real about her personal life and used her platform to spread awareness about autism, a cause close to her heart. Meelah's son was diagnosed with autism, so she became super vocal about the need for more understanding and resources for families dealing with it. She wasn't just sharing her struggles, she was out here educating and inspiring other moms facing the same challenges. By being on R&B Divas, Meelah stepped out from behind the scenes, showing fans a new side of her, not just as a singer, but as a passionate advocate.
My Zach has come a very long way. There was a time when he couldn't say anything at all. I've learned how to communicate with him, and if I don't understand something he's saying because his speech not being very clear all the time.
LeMisha, on the other hand, chose to step away from music and dive into a completely different world. She took a job as a wedding chapel manager at Treasure Island in Las Vegas, embracing a new career in the hospitality and entertainment industry. Her decision reflected a desire for a more stable and perhaps less public-facing career, and she found success in managing the operations of one of Vegas's famed wedding chapels, which catered to a steady stream of couples looking to tie the knot in the iconic city. Irish totally switched lanes after 702. Instead of sticking with music, she went for a career in accounting. It was a big shift from the spotlight to the world of finance, but it seemed like a smart move, something stable and way more low-key than the music scene. It was a huge heartbreak when Irish passed away at just 27. She died from complications related to autoimmune hepatitis, a rare condition where the immune system attacks the liver. Even though she'd been fighting the illness for years, not many knew what she was going through.
Talking about her is not easy. And just seeing pictures every now and then. I try to avoid looking at pictures, but yeah, it's a tough one. I miss my sister.
Her passing was a major loss for her family, friends, and fans who'd followed 702 since the beginning. Irish, alongside her twin sister Irish, helped shape the group's signature harmonies, and her voice was a huge part of what made them stand out.
It is.
It's not real yet.
It still seems
it's very weird and strange. It's fresh, it's new still, and it's heartbreaking. It's unbelievable. I still haven't fully.
702 made their comeback in November 2017, hitting the red carpet at the Soul Train Music Awards. Then in 2018, they popped up in the music documentary Unsung and kicked off their first tour together in 15 years. They also paid tribute to Xscape in a medley at the Black Music Honors in 2019. Fast forward to May 2021, Irish and LeMisha Grinstead joined the cast of BET Presents, The Encore, the reality show where artists team up to create music. However, another heavy loss occurred in 2022. 702 made a heartfelt announcement on their Instagram, letting fans know that Irish would be stepping away from the group to focus on some serious health issues. Fans and fellow artists sent tons of love and support, especially since the details about her condition were kept private. Sadly, things took a turn for the worse, and despite efforts to manage her health, Irish passed away on September 16, 2023, after a long battle with an undisclosed illness. She was 43. Her death was another tough blow to the Grinstead family and a huge loss to 702's legacy. Irish wasn't just a member of 702. Her twin sister, Irish, helped shape the group's rise to fame in the 90s. So when news of her passing spread, fans were devastated and tributes poured in from all corners of the music world.